Okay. Okay, so Yuja is mostly for asynchronous purposes, okay? So here's some examples. So this third one is a project I did for Walden University, and I'm playing the part of an instructional designer interviewing a client. So we can use video for demonstration. So this is two people, but you could record, you know, how to seed grass, right? You could record anything. So that could be a great use of Yuja. You could record with, I mean, phones record pretty well these days, right? Record with your phone, post it on Yuja, integrate it into your modules. So I just want you to be creative. This next one, this little capture right here is just a Canvas captured, screen captured guide, one of their video guides. So this is a good use of video, a great use of video. And they're showing you how to use the dashboard. This one here is using a document camera. So this is a math teaching video. And so Yuja will accept two inputs. So you could use your face with the webcam and then have a document camera. For those of you who need to show equations or even other actual objects that you want to set on your table, it will take those two inputs. So I just want to again give you an overview of what Yuja is and how you might use it. And now I'm going to hand it back to Truck. I'm going to go back to modules.
All right. And you can click on my name and make me co-host, and I'll share the screen right away.
Absolutely.
So today, our main goal is to share with you this new media platform that's being integrated into our LMS. And this platform works with Blackboard and Canvas as well. Prior in the past, we used Moodle, but we transitioned to Canvas. And that's the main LMS that we're currently using at UCR Extension. For those of you on main campus, I know some courses still being conducted in Blackboard, but I believe eventually down the road it will be for Canvas as well. So today, I just want to go over a quick overview of some of the basic features that Yuja provides and how it could help you enhance the current activity that you are doing, either online or offline. But one of the first thing we want to cover is how to create videos in Yuja. And Yuja is super convenient and intuitive when it comes to creating videos. It gives you so many capabilities, give you the ability to create a video on the fly, and it gives you a software to download and edit it, and sharing, archiving. It's so easy. But the feature that I want to cover today is just the basic, and we'll have a session later on down the road covering the advanced feature. So as far as recording, the first recording feature that Yuja provide is recording with a web browser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go over the pros and cons of this feature and go back and share with you some of the application that I've seen other instructors and courses have used this feature in their course. So the recording with a web browser with Yuja, it's quick and it could be deployed anywhere. It's web-based, so you don't have to worry about downloading a software. And it works with the majority of the browser out there. And the cool thing that I want to emphasize is that it has auto captioning. One of the drawbacks of this feature is that it only records the camera view of your machine or your computer. And I'm going to give you a quick demonstration after this overview. Some of the application that I've seen from instructor in classroom that use this feature is that instructor use it to encourage student to do a short self-introduction before a course, just to encourage engagement between the student and the classroom. Another application of this feature is that a student could use this feature to practice a presentation or do a critique of their classmate project in the team. So now I'm going to move forward to the demonstration of this feature. So if you in Canvas, you see that Yuja is available on the left-hand side here. And I'm pretty sure this is similar to when you're in Blackboard as well. But once you are here, you're able to see the available options on the header right here. So for this demonstration, I'm gonna do a quick recording of the capturing of with using a web browser. So as you can see, you do not need to download any software. Everything's on web-based, and it asks you right there which camera you want to use. And in this case, I'm using my laptop camera. If I allow it, it will show me that view right away. So once you enter, it's very basic. It has just the simple feature here, allow you to capture and nothing fancy with this one, but one of the advantages is that you are not dependent on any software or any special privileges to install it on a particular computer. So I'm gonna end it right now and show you the other feature that's available in Yuja. So after you finish a recording, automatically stored in this media center of yours right here. This is your dashboard. All of your recording will be available here. You could edit it and share with a team or a particular class. Moving forward, I'm gonna go back and go over the software, the recording with the Yuja software. So with the video recording with the Yuja software, a couple of the great points about this feature is that downloading is quite easy. You just click on download and it's installed immediately. It has the auto captioning just like the other web browser capture. And one feature I want to highlight is that it gives you the ability to select a video source. So let's say you have multiple cameras connected to your machine. And let's say you're a physics instructor and you wanted to record how a ball is falling. You could use a particular camera and record that. And from your recording dashboard, you could choose that's the video source you wanted to capture. In addition to that, it has a couple of the screen capture mode. You could capture in single view or dual view. So with single view, it does what any other screen capture software does. It captures everything on your screen. In dual view, it captures the screen as well as the whatever your webcam is capturing. So it will have a view of your face on the bottom of the screen and a big picture of your computer screen as well. So that's the dual view, and I will do a quick demonstration of that for you momentarily. One of the drawbacks of this feature is that you have to install the software, even though it has more feature than the other feature. You have to install it, and it could be a drawback if you're in an environment where you need an admin password to download the software. But if you are doing this on your personal laptop, it's quite intuitive to download and install. A couple of ways you could apply this feature is that you could do a screen capture of a lecture and archive it for a student to review the material later on down the road. Or another example is that if your students submit an essay to you, and when it's face-to-face, you would like using a pen and mark out all the errors. In this case, you just bring up that essay and then correct it on the computer and record that screen and giving your feedback to the correction that you make to the essay or the paper at the same time. So you give the student a feeling that they're there with you and seeing exactly what you're doing to the paper. So I'm going to do a demonstration of this feature for you right now. So as I go back into the Yuja dashboard, I would click on the create recording button right there, and it'll give me that option again. But this time I'm going to choose Windows and PC. And in this case, I have already downloaded the software. So it will ask me just to launch it right away. But if it is your first time using this feature, it will ask you to accept and download the software. As you can see, I have two windows right here. One is my video source, which is the camera that I'm using. The other one is my computer screen. And I'm gonna quickly go over the available features on this dashboard for you so you can have a good understanding how the software operates and if it meets your need for the activity that you are doing. So as you can see, I have the option of choosing which video source or even disable it. So if I disable it, I just use a single view where I just do a straightforward screen capture of my computer and the activities that I'm doing on my computer. However, if I wanted to use a dual view, I could select my secondary source and it will allow me to record both view at the same time. And if I have another camera here, I could choose that video source right here. So it's quite powerful when, to give you the option of which video source you wanted to use. As far as audio, one thing to keep in mind is once you're in, make sure that your audio source is working and you can see the bouncing bar. When you do a recording, two basic things you want to keep keep an eye on is the video and the sound source. And this is where I chose the screen as my recording space. And you could say no if you don't want to. So give you the option of which selection you wanted to choose. Another feature that's very advanced is live streaming. Not a lot of instructors I've come across use this feature, but basically what it does is that when you choose this option, you're live streaming your content. And as a student, they could go into their dashboard and click on Yuja, and they'll get a notification to follow you at the same time while you're broadcasting. Another feature that's available right here is a profile. You create a profile for a particular computer, so the software will remember it and remember your setting as well. As far as setting goes, you have a few options available for you. You choose the hotkeys, and if you're a really advanced individual, you can use a hotkey to bring out this software with shortcuts, but you could just easily bring it out with your mouse. As far as the screen capture, you have the ability to choose which resolution or even the frame rate that you want it to use for the software, depending on the quality that you decide for your end product. And creating a video is as simple as assigning it a title and then choosing the location where you want it to use. And some of the activities that you see here, it's quite similar to your computer. It's drag and drop. It's not as complicated as we think it is. So in this case, I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of a single view recording. I'll give you a countdown of so everything I'm doing right now is going to be captured in this small session right here. Once you're finished, you have this pop-up right here and ask you to save, and it will save in this media dashboard of Yuja. So once you finish recording, I mean, you want to edit it and make adjustment to the video, but that functionality, we're gonna save it for the advanced feature. But for now, the next step that normally an instructor would do is to share that media content with a class, a team member. I know a few of you here are not instructor, but you could use some of these features to create like a digital library, a team folder to share contents, depending on your work environment. You can be creative and use a feature that Yuja provides. So I am going back to our outline and focus on the sharing of media topic. So when it comes to sharing media, you have three fundamental basic permission for the video. You have a read-only, an edit access, and a full access. And the edit access you could edit the video, but the one thing that you can't do is you cannot delete the video. And I'll give you a few examples of how this feature could be applied in your environment. And the video is the same thing as sharing a folder. If you put all the video into one folder, you could share that folder, and it makes it easier and more convenient for you. Later on, I'm gonna show you how you could share that link publicly or privately. And I'm gonna go over the security setting that you could apply to them. So as I was saying earlier, with the permission that's available, one example is that you as an instructor, you could create the video and delegate the media management duty to a teacher assistant or an assistant that could help you speed up the process of this, the cementing the materials to your classroom or a project that you're doing. So it really saves time if you could grant the assistant edit access permission so they could modify it for you. Another example is that if you work in a team environment, you could create a folder and share the contents with the team. So everything you put in there will be shared with the team, and you set the appropriate editing permission, and the team member could inherit those permissions. So we're gonna go back to the Yuja dashboard, and I'll share with you the perform a quick demonstration of how these sharing are used. So as we were recording earlier, it takes about 4 or 5 minutes to be for it to be ready, the recording to be ready in the dashboard. But let's say once I finish the recording and I want to share it, I wanted to share with one of my colleagues, who is Daniel, and I could grant him the various permissions. In this case, I'm going to give him the edit access only and share it with him. And as you can see, this is a list of people that you share. Not only can you share it with people in your domain, you could also share it with individuals who are outside of the domain, the UCR domain. Like in this case, I'm sharing it with myself, an email that I created, and I will give that individual a read only. And as you can see, a sharing link will be sent to that individual, and they could access the video content. And if you don't want that, you give that access to that person down the road, you could just click remove that person from the list. So in this case, what we did is that we set the permission for the content that we created, either to help manage the media faster and delegate the editing. Let's say you want to have a individual to help you edit the content of the video because you do not have time. That's a great way you could use that content, that feature. And moving on, I wanted to show you how you could just drag and drop the content into a folder. It's very straightforward, just like how you are using a desktop. And be mindful of these view that you have for your dashboard, because if you switch it, it will grant you different feature. Let me go back here. Okay. So now I'm gonna show you how the sharing of folder works. One quick way to access that feature is go over the folder itself, and there will be an option called More, and from there you see the additional feature that's available. In this case, I want to share this folder with a group of colleagues, and I want to set permission for this folder. So by default, the individual have to be under the domain of UCR, and you have to log in with your credential in order to view the contents. However, if I want to make it public, I could just deselect that and make it public. Once I share this, anyone is able to see that video. There are other restrictions that you could apply, but these are advanced feature that not everyone will be interested in using it. So I just want to cover the basic as of today. So in this case, I just wanted to share with someone from outside, but I also wanted to add a secondary layer of security. So I simply put on a password. It could be anything, Earth, test, and then I could save it. And it will ask you if you wanted to apply this entire security to the content, the subfolders of this particular folder. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. And once that setting has been selected, all you have to do is share this link with the individual or the audience that you have intended to share this link with. The other way to access the share folder is to select it, click on more, and it will give you the option of selecting that folder as a share folder. But one thing I want to stress is that it's quite simple and familiar as far as using this feature online and using a regular computer. All right, so that's a quick overview of how a video recording could be created in Yuja and how you could set the sharing permission and feature for your content. And I'm gonna pass the mic over to Daniel and he'll cover the additional features.
All right, thanks, Chuck. That was very informative. Let me just share my screen. So before we move on to the next topic, we, the instructional design team, wanted to know what your preferred method of teaching is. So as you all know, because of the ongoing pandemic, we all had to adapt quickly and learn new tools that enables us to deliver instruction virtually. So with this in mind, we just want you to answer the following poll to get an idea of what type of teaching you guys prefer. So let me just pull up the poll.
So please, everyone, respond to the poll.
Question, will you guys be covering how to add this to our modules? Because I know that I've added video to my modules using Screencastify. Is it similar where we, okay.
Yeah, I'll be going over integrating the user videos within your modules.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll give about 10 more seconds.
Daniel, was that just one question?
Yeah, just one question.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so I see that it's like 2/3 of you guys like leading a live session while the other 1/3 likes to have a pre-recorded lecture. So we just wanted to get an idea because either preferred way of teaching, you can use Yuja to kind of utilize the tool and the file management system to kind of give your students greater flexibility in how you give them the access to your recordings and live lectures. So moving on, we will discuss how you actually store your media content to Yuja. So one of the most practical features of Yuja is that it offers unlimited storage. Given this, Yuja is a great option to host and store all your course-related content and files. So it doesn't matter if it's a document, a video, or an audio file. All those different file types can be stored in Yuja. And we really want you guys to use Yuja as a file management system so that you guys have unlimited storage, right? So currently with Canvas, there's a limit to how much you can upload. So this is where Yuja can come in and kind of lift that restriction. So let's say, for example, you have a course that you teach and it's a photography course. And as such, you're gonna have students that upload really high quality pictures. And with Canvas, you might have some limitations, but with Yuja, you can have students upload as much as you want. So now I just want to go over how exactly you upload your content to Yuja. So as you can see, this is just my sandbox course, which is basically going to be your course in your instance. So from the left-hand navigation tab, you want to click Yuja. And then this will be your Yuja homepage. So as Chuck mentioned, you can create subfolders. So let's say, for example, I want to upload all my course content in this course content folder. So from there, you want to click upload. So here it also lists all the different types of files you can upload, which is video, audio, documents, link, and even VR video. So just click browse. And then the cool thing is you can select all the files and upload it all at once. So just click and select all of those and click open, and then you'll start uploading. So once you upload it, there will be some time for Yuja to process it just to make sure the quality is there. And then once you upload it, you have all these different features you can use with the video to kind of enhance the experience for the students. So that's just the basic part of Yuja, just the uploading. Now, what you want to do naturally is integrate it to your modules. So you want to upload some files to Yuja, right? And then you want to make it accessible to your students. Either you can have that shared folder and then share it with your students, or you can link it out to your modules. We recommend that you link it out to your modules just because the Canvas modules is the meat and bones of any Canvas course. And naturally, students will be getting all the resources from the modules, right? So let me go here. So yeah, so why would you want to, okay, let me just go here, sorry. So why would you want to give students faster access? Obviously, like I said, you want to put in Canvas modules, and just like any other file or item, you want to integrate every material with modules. So now let me just demonstrate how to integrate it. So let's say, for example, you have the week 1 module here. Just like any other item, just click the plus icon. And then from the drop-down menu, you want to click external tool. And then click Yuja Media. The reason why you want to click external tool is because Yuja is not an innate or native feature of Canvas. Since it's an external tool, you're gonna have to go through this process. So click Yuja Media. And then you can see that the files that I uploaded pops up right here. So let me just upload this one right here. And then you can rename it as well if you want. Add item. And then it will pop up right here. And then always make sure to publish the item so that it's accessible to your students. And then you can see that it's working properly right here. So that's one way you can integrate it with your modules, but there is another way as well. So let's say, for example, you have an existing page. So right here, I have a page called week 1 announcement. And then from here, you can edit the page. And let's say you want to add some form of language to provide to your students. So let me just say, please watch this video before attempting homework 1. And then right here at the top, you can see there's like this weird V icon. Just click on that. Click on Yuja Media. And then click the video you want to show your students. And you'll be displayed here as well. Click save. Like that. So it's really simple and intuitive. Let me go back.
I'm sorry, Daniel, would we add this under pages? Because I know that when we're adding some videos, sometimes it has to be like under pages or what?
Yeah, so as I showed you, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either directly link it out within your modules like I did in the first time around, or you can link it within the page. Yeah. So that's basically how you integrate it within your modules. Now going over to the next topic. One of the coolest features of Yuja is that there's auto captioning. So whenever you upload a video, Yuja will scan the audio of that video, and then if there is like some form of English language, there's going to be captions for it. So, and the cool thing is, it's a feature that you just enable. There's nothing on your part that you have to kind of like manually do. So, and this is very useful for students, especially if they want to kind of follow along pre-recorded lectures. So now I'll just demonstrate how you enable that feature. So once again, go to your Yuja homepage. And when you upload your video, there's going to be an option to enable that feature. So before you click Start Upload, just make sure to go to Manage Captions. And then you can see here, you can select Auto Caption, and then for language, select English, and Start Upload. So when you do this, there will be some processing time as well, just because Yuja has to scan through the whole video and then apply the captions. So I have a existing file that I already uploaded before, just so that I can demonstrate the captions. So when you open up the video, it's not going to automatically show the captions. You have to kind of enable it here, like how you do in YouTube or whatever else. Let me just refresh the page. It's kind of acting up. Yep. So this was all done automatically from Yuja. And so far from our testing experience, it's been like a 95% accuracy rate. So I suggest that every instructor does this moving on forward if they are going to upload videos to Yuja. And then the other thing is, if for some instance it doesn't auto-generate captions, you can just go to that video and click on More, and then click on Accessibility. And then right here, they'll give you an option to send a request to Yuja to have automated captions. And then that's another way to kind of have captions as well if the first method doesn't work. So that's about it for me. I'll give it to Anne. Thank you.
Good, thank you. All right. So I know we're just about at the top of the hour. I would like to show you one more thing, if I may. I understand if you need to go. So the last topic was quizzing. And so the way this works is you first need to add your movie to Yuja, and then you're going to create a quiz in Yuja, and then you're going to add it to a Canvas assignments. So it could be a little confusing because it's a Yuja quiz, you put it to Canvas assignments. But the data passes very nicely. So if you say a quiz is worth 10 points, boom, those 10 points are right in your gradebook. It worked very nicely for me, no fuss. So let's first look at, we're going to create the quiz. So I'm in my account here, and I already have a video in here that I put in the same way that Daniel and Truck showed you. Okay, so here's my video. When I roll over it, you'll see I have some options here on the right, all right? So there's a lot of good stuff in here, but I don't see quizzes. So I'm gonna click on More. Now I see quizzes, and you gotta play with it. It's a lot of scroll bars in Yuja, so sometimes you think you can't find something, but it's just gotta scroll down. I'm gonna click on quizzes. Okay, I'm gonna create a quiz. All right. I'm gonna add a question, but it will run my movie. I'm sorry. Let's do play from the beginning. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a question. It's multiple choice. So we introduced ourselves. So we're gonna say, what are our names? So one option could be Anne and Daniel. This is from our training course. Some of you should have seen this video. Another one is peanut butter and jelly. Okay? And I need to say which one is correct. So it's the first one. And I'm going to save it. One thing I want to make sure is that you can hear the audio. I'm going to double check, make sure I'm not showing audio, sorry. Okay, so we made the question. Now I can preview it. I'm still in this editing mode in Yuja as the instructor. I'm going to preview it. Oh, I need a title. Let's call it introduction. All right, now I'm going to preview it. These instructions will come on.
Hi, my name is Ann Quinn. I'm the new instructional designer at UC Riverside Extension.
Hey guys, my name is Daniel, and I'm the student assistant in the instructional design department.
Okay, so it comes up with the question, and then we can see exactly how it looks. And okay, that looks good. So we're going to save it. Okay, peanut butter and jelly.
So UCR Extension is making.
All right, so we've made the quiz. All right, now we're going to go to assignments and create an assignment. Okay, and we're going to add an assignment. We'll call it introduction. And similar to how Daniel showed you about the external tool, we are going to add, we're going to carry it down to here. I'm going to choose Yuja. And make sure you choose quizzes and not media, because if you, this looks like what I was doing, but that's just the movies, not the quiz. I'm going to choose the quiz. Okay, so there it is. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I think I made a mistake. Sorry about that. The way that I have been doing it, I'm going to start over. Sorry about that, guys. Because I want to do it exactly the way that I tested it. The way that I tested it was to say, play the video and answer the quiz. Because I want to make sure the data passes. All right. Sorry about that. So instead, it's the submission type. So we have to put in our points, etc. Under here, we choose external tool. Okay. We find it. Again, we have all these scroll bars. We choose Yuja. We go to quizzes. We choose our quiz. We choose select. We can do some settings here, give a due date. I'm going to save and publish. And now when the student goes in, if I were to go into a student view, then they would take the quiz and the data would pass to the gradebook with the title of the assignment. Okay? So that is how you would create a video quiz. So you could create a whole simulation. For example, what if you did a math problem? And you say, what would you do next? Oh, sorry, I have a 10-year-old. You carry the 1 to the tens column or something like that, right? You could do a simulation with a little video, a simple little video, or say it's something about leadership and there's a conflict that you set up and you say, well, how would you handle this? And there's some options. Now with a linear simulation like that, you'd have to tell them the correct answer is this. Let's move forward because we don't branch. There's no branching. But it has these embedded quiz questions. Okay, I'm gonna go back. So that was our last topic, but I would like you, we're gonna have any Q&A that you have. And I also wanna ask you to take this little evaluation. I'm gonna paste it into the chat and ask you to fill it out. It's very short. So please do that. You'll find it in the chat. And also, I want to open the floor for any questions that you have. Does anyone have any questions?
So one thing I want to emphasize, everyone, is that Yuja is a additional tool that we're adding to the toolbox of the Canvas. Ultimately, it's a great area for you to store your video content. Well, without the limitation, you could upload Zoom video that you recorded into Yuja. In no way we are encouraging you to totally use Yuja. If Zoom is working for you is fine as far as conducting a class, continue to use it. But remember that Yuja is very beneficial when it comes to storing your video, auto generation of a caption. Back in the day, if you wanted to have these features, you would require a separate software, and it's not, it's quite expensive. But what Yuja did is that combine all these features together into this powerful software that allow you to become a one-person studio, edit, auto captioning, and do all the quiz with the video. Those are quite powerful feature that they put all into Yuja.
Thanks, Chuck. Does anyone have any questions? Let's see, and let's see. So, Wayne, you asked about saving Zoom to the cloud. We ask you to save it to the hard drive, and then Zoom creates a folder on your desktop, because the Zoom cloud is not available to the students. So that is why you'd want to either save into Canvas or save into Yuja, so it's related to your course. Let's see. Philip said, can we get an outline in your module in your sandbox? I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. Do you mean of this presentation, Philip? And we can follow up later if you want to.
Yes. You have your module that you created for the training that has an outline that's in your sandbox. So if we could have that, that's what I was asking. And does that make more sense?
So probably what we'd have to do is enroll you in this course. We weren't necessarily planning to do that. In fact, since it's my sandbox, I will probably dump this course, or maybe, you know, if you want, maybe we could enroll you. That would be the only way to share it. It's a Canvas course, so I'd have to share it with you. So I'll look into that, because I think, you know, there's actually a lot of good information in this course. We definitely will save the recording. Philip, do you think the recording would do it for you?
Well, the recording is one thing, but it'd be nice to be able to go back and forth between the different items within that module to look at them as questions come up, as opposed to having to starting and stopping the recording and pausing it and searching for the topic.
Let me see if we can enroll everyone here in this course. That might be, maybe we'll, you know, bring it over to a new course and put it in.
Thank you, Ann.
Scott says, do students have Yuja access? Yes, they do.
I got a question from Michael. Michael wanted to know if Zoom recordings automatically pushed over or uploaded to Yuja. The answer, Michael, is it depends on what Zoom account you have. If you are from main campus, you have a UCR domain email address, you could automatically push it over from your Zoom recording to Yuja. However, if you're under the UCR extension Zoom domain, you would have to download it to your computer first and upload it to Yuja. And once you upload, it takes about 15 minutes to generate the auto caption for you. The beautiful things about the captioning is that you could go in and literally edit if there's any error that the auto captioning feature have created.
Okay, good. Any other questions? Please do the evaluation, which I put in the chat. We will send out the recording. Now we're gonna have to find everyone. This is quite a group. It's just really awesome that you've all come. Thank you very much. And if there are no more questions, then I'll go ahead and close the meeting.
Look forward to our advanced session, guys. I believe
Yes.
That one will have other valuable feature that you could bring back to your class and improve the way you deliver your the teaching style.
Yes, it'll be in a couple weeks, the advanced one. Okay. All right, thank you, everyone.